coming up with another 6K 1v1, Smolcake versus Supreme Overlord. It's going to be on the Pillars map. Smolcake's bringing a Rikers Raiders fleet. Supreme Overlord's bringing in a normal vanilla and not Alliance ANS fleet. Smolcake's here with the Love designation in the blue ships. Quite a few spectators watching this one. We got 3 Axefoots on the ANS side and 2 frigates. The Axefoots seem to be in formation. Lots of 450 guns. Defenders and stonewalls for point defense. Bullseye on the nose. Probably a little spyglass frigate here. Prowler drive, interesting. Where's the radar? There appears to be no radar. So that one has no radar at all. This one has a front line. So not particularly much vision then. Over on the Rikers Raiders Smolcake side. We've got a Predator. This is the Raiders heavy cruiser. It's the biggest ship they have. This is a unique gun for the faction, the Avalanche. It's a like fast-firing, low-caliber cannon. And we have the, what's it, RLPs or something? ALCs, that's the one. M365 ALC. These are dual-purpose small-caliber guns. Looks like we've got 2 Predators. Speed. There's a little fighter, it's called. It doesn't have much power, doesn't have much firepower. It is very limited, but as you can see, it is very fast. And it's going to zip around and capture things. So they have... Oh, connection attempt was cancelled. Someone disconnect? No, doesn't look like it. So these have a unique mechanic. So they have a unique system in them called a WEP module. Oh, this one killed itself. They have a unique WEP module. So when they activate flank speed or battle short, depending on which module they're using, because there's 3 variants, one boosts speed and makes beams able to be constantly fired. One boosts the detectability, making them stealthier, and boosts your cannon fire rate. And the last one boosts your railgun fire rate. So as you're using the different effects, the flank and the battle short, you see this little meter here. The heat meter builds up. So these have like heat radiators on the back here. These can be damaged, they can be shot off. And once the heat builds up to full, if you don't start to cool down by turning off the flank, turning off the battle short, this ship will start taking damage. As you can see, without the wet module active, this ship is a lot slower. Supreme Overlord taking his little Axfords underneath the map. He's swoop class, scavenger swoops. These have a couple of class 3s, a couple of class 2s. Not a lot of power, so it makes them difficult to use as scouts. Smolcake currently has the advantage, having 3 of the 5 caps. Supreme Overlord not in any particular hurry to get underneath the map, and see this one's got a bit hot. It's quite something you have to keep very careful track of when you're playing the Rikers Raiders ships, because you can easily get distracted and let one of your ships cook itself. These do have quite a small radar range, radar signature. Also helps that Cake's hiding under a rock. MLS 3 on the top here. Or is it a 2? MLS 2. Yep. Detection has been found. Riker's Raiders do have pretty bad radar, although now Supreme's heavy cruisers are also found. About to see some fire traded here. The Avalanche getting the shots off first. 450's returning fire. Though most of the fire seems to be going into the rock. One hit didn't do much. This one's taken some minor damage to the rear. One mount gyro offline, some minor damage to the reactor. So, for the record, Blacklight commissioned a mod from one of the authors, the Praetorian Cruiser. That's what they're discussing at the moment. Oh, Steve disconnected. Surprised Cake's not firing the RPF at the enemy ships. I know they have it. There's the magazine on this thing. Yeah, they have it. They've got 2,000 rounds of it. They're just not firing it. Oh, there we go. RPF rounds out of the broadsword. And we see the damage ticking up again. Yeah, the RPF rounds are perhaps a little bit overtuned. Got out of range of the RPF. some moderate damage to the nose section. Pinpoints out, one ammo elevator down, the bow drives are down. Keep getting the random errors, but it's fine, hasn't affected anything. Supreme currently with the cap advantage now, 3 caps to 2. Yeah, fine. The Axewood seems to be fine. Bringing in one of the scavengers over the top to cap out to back cap B. .450 is firing on this one. Gonna have a hard time hitting such a small ship though. Especially when it's now accelerating using its wet module. As you can see, the speed rapidly climb up. And now the wet module has been disabled, so it goes back down. Scavenger taking B, frigate on its way up to take C. Or at least attempt to take C. Doesn't take much to kill them. Missiles out. Ship's bumping against a rock. No radar coverage right now. Missiles are inbound. These ones look like they're going to hit the rock though. Or at least this one's going to. So 4 missiles went out, 2 make it to attack range. 1 misses, 1 hits. Damage to the rear section, one of the radiators has been knocked out, but otherwise nothing overly significant. Predator once again trading fire with the heavy cruisers. Fire from 2 different directions. This Axford is pretty screwed. Switching fire. Look at all the red. Like, yeah, it's not dead, but it's also not going to be doing much for the next 5 minutes while it repairs. Well, saying that, this Axford's rather worse for wear. This cruiser's pretty much out of commission, at least temporarily. This one's repaired some of the damage. Cake has lost one of the predators though. Was 3 heavy cruisers versus 1, so shouldn't be particularly surprising that the 3 would kill the 1. Yeah, they're pretty slow if you don't use the speed whip. Cake's back to 3 cap Jones versus 2. Supreme's lost one of his frigates. Potentially about to lose the second if it doesn't get the hell out of there. RPF taking out the missiles as they launch. Now, that's both frigates down. Supreme now only has the 3 heavy cruisers. This is going to be a tough one to win on the caps. Smolcake still has 5 ships operational, and her ships are pretty fast. One of the fast fighter skiffs still available. this little scavenger thing still attacking the rock. So yeah, it's going to lose on the cap game. It would have been a risky play to split them up, but it would have been the only opportunity to turn this around. Because then you could have sat one CA on each, like take this one, this one, this one, and sit the heavy cruisers on them so that they can't take them back. Was in the fight night earlier. So that is a win for Smolcake. Winning on caps. Also, Alfie would be winning on kills. 18,000 damage on the heavy cruiser that died. 10,300 on the one that remained. At any rate, that's a game over. Thank you for watching.